Hi everybody, welcome to a new tutorial from Sound for More. It's Leo speaking. Today I'm going to go deeper on how to use the filter FEG or envelope generator inside your MODX or Montage performance, which sometimes can be a little bit confusing. Before I continue, I would like to remind my viewers to subscribe as it helps with growing the channel. Thank you very much. Okay, let's go to the live set and let's click category search and I select init and then init normal AWM2 as type of synthesis. Okay, perfect. We have only one part. Let's click on the no assign. Let's click on category search and let's search for something like single. Actually, I'll tell you what, let's go for pad choir. Maybe I have one which I know will work well for this, like the new warm pad, and let's press exit. So this is how it sounds. Okay, so we have seen the home window, of course, and we've seen how to change the different controls. Okay, and you remember you have also different view here that you can change, but I'll come back to that again in a different tutorial. Now let's click on motion control. Okay, right at the top you have a page called overview. This will allow you for either common, so for the entire performance, or for a specific part, like for example part 1, and I'll leave it like that because otherwise it will not work in terms of what I want to show you in a moment. It will show you an overview of how the controllers are assigned, okay, for that part. The same for fader, super knob, and assignable buttons as well. Okay, and it's quite interesting because as you move, for example, the wheel for modulation, you can see is highlighting that straight away. Okay, and you can also deactivate what you don't want to see as well. Here you can switch from performance control, okay, to part control, and now you will see on the right hand side of your Montage MODX that the part control button is on. And you can also move to the element of operator control, and you will see now on the right side of your Montage MODX that the part control button is actually flashing. Okay, let's go back to performance control, and we have a part 1 which is selected. Perfect. Okay, let's move on because this is just an overview. Let's go to the quick edit page. Now, there is a lot on this page. First of all, you have your category, okay, pad choir. So just click on it if you want to change it, okay. You have also the subcategory, again, you can change it, and you have the name of the part, which of course you can change it or press cancel to come out. Here you have a filter envelope generator, attack, decay, sustain, and release, okay. And that is for your filter, okay, and I'll show you in a moment how it works. You can quickly go to the edit part EQ, click on it, and then you will go to the EQ settings, okay, under effects, but I'll explain those in another tutorial. You can go also to the edit part 1 of the ARP settings. Again, I will show that in another tutorial. Up again, you can also go to the part 1 motion sequencer edit page, okay, and I will show that in another tutorial as well. Here is where you can change the part again. Here you have then 3 rows on controls, and remember you can click on them and click again then to set a value, okay, like in this case, and press done, okay, or you can use the dial to go up and down, okay, or on the left hand side of your Montage on MODX you have buttons which say tone. If you click on activate tone, you can use then the knob at the top to modify the value. If you click on the QFX, then you use the same knob to modify the second row, and if you activate ARP and motion sequencer, you can use the same knob to modify the lower part. Okay, so now let's reset those to the default setting. Okay, and this is the one we set it to 0. Okay, so you can change the cutoff here and the resonance. Okay. Oops. Also the resonance there. Here you can set the depth of the filter envelope generator. Let's set these to actually maximum, okay, and I will show you that in a moment. You can change the portamento, So how long it will slide up from one node to the other as you're changing it, and then you have attack, decay, sustain, release overall for this part in this case. So your typical envelope for the amplitude. Here on the second row, you can modify your EQ, so you can equalize a different range of the spectrum. So a low range, mid gain, and you can also do that for frequency and also resonance as well. Okay, you have the pan here, left and right for the channel, and then you have two diodes here. The first one is variation send, and the next one is reverb send, and that is the level of signal you will send for the variation, for the effects, and the same for the reverb. Down here you have a clock settings, so here you set the swing, okay, and also the unit, which is a multiplier in terms of tempo, so you can change how quickly or how slow the performance will play, particularly when you have ARP zone. You can change the ARP gating time, velocity, and then you have a number of options for your motion sequencer. The amplitude for the step, the type of shape, the smoothness, and also how randomly they can change in terms of each step. Oh, okay, so now let's go up here and let's change the attack for that frequency envelope to 30, and let's put the decay to something like 25. Now let's play. You don't hear any changes, right? Okay, let's decrease the cutoff here. It's gone lower, but there is no really, you can't hear the envelope acting on the filter. Okay, why is that? Well, the reason is because there is already filter settings applied to the elements that compose the particular preset that we have chosen, because this is an overall envelope for that part within the performance, but you have already additional settings which are operating at element level. So to see that, there's a quick way to get to it. Click on Edit Part 1 EQ. Okay, here will show you under effects there, and then you have common, and you have two elements, which is really nice. So let's go to element number 1. Let's go to type, and let's change the filter to, for example, a low pass filter, analog, like so. And let's change the cutoff here up to perhaps something like 80. Maybe the resonance, we change that to 0. And we do the same also for the second element, because there are up to 8 elements for the preset you have selected. That's the way that a MW2 works, actually. So let's set these to 80 as well, like so, and this one to 0. And you can also click on that and type 0 like that, and then done is much quicker. Again, lower the frequency, but there are no changes again. So let's go to the filter envelope generator. Now, so let's set the attack here to 0. The same for the decay. There are two decays. You can see decay 1 and decay 2. Okay, and we are going to set the time to 0. Okay, the same on the release, because we don't really need that. And then for the levels here, the attack, we are going to set it to maximum, so 127. The decay 1, we're going to set it to 0. And the same for decay 2. We'll leave the release for now, and also the hold doesn't matter. Let's do the same on element number 1. So we set the attack to 0, the decay 1 timing to 0, the same for decay 2. And then we set the maximum attack level to 127 and decay level 1 to 0. Okay, now let's play. You can hear now that you have an envelope which is applied to the filter. Fantastic. So let's go up one level. Let's go back here, right? And now you can hear, you can change the different attack, decay, sustain, and release parameters. You can hear the difference. So let's play. So let's decrease, for example, the decay. It will be quicker in terms of the decay. Let's decrease the attack. Too fast, not really nice. Let's go up to 35. It decays too fast, so let's go to 28. And of course, you can also act on the dial here, reduce the cutoff and make a more of a dramatic change. Because it's starting from a lower level. And of course, you can adjust as you like. Okay, and that's how you work the filter envelope generator here on this page on your performance settings or configuration. Please remember to store your performance, okay, because otherwise you lose all your work. Simply click on the store button, okay, and it will say store under new performance. Click on it, give it a name, and then press done, and the job is done for you. Okay, I hope you enjoyed and found these useful. See you in the next tutorial. Thank you. Bye.